A year ahead for Sandra. Give me a second. I'm having trouble finding your cards. Give me a second. Oh. Interesting. Okay, the year ahead. And we have the Shaman's Tarot here. And it reads a little bit different. Year ahead for Sandra. Wow, this is a lot coming out. This is the center pole. Let's see what's going on. Usually we have two cards crossing. Not for you. Not today. Give me a second with these. You're going to really be dealing with the shadow side a little bit more. These are reading more Oracle than Tarot right now. But this is like on the wings of eagles. Really riding the dragons. Riding things that are the higher element. And there's a little bit of fire underneath. You are dealing with some shadow stuff in a big, big way. Trying to balance something out. This is Chariot. This is what this year is all about. Balancing out the forces of light and cleansing out the shadow for you. It is really, really, I'm getting the analogy of clogged pipes. You know, when pipes are kind of grungy and they get, I'm not a plumber, Phil's not a plumber, but they just get built up on the inside, and so there's less and less area for things to pass through. It feels like when you're doing your shadow lessons, you're cleaning out the pipes and knocking some of that debris so it makes a more wide open channel for you to receive. That's what I'm getting. So that's what's coming through. The Wheel of Fortune wants to come through. I don't know when it's coming through, but this is the Chariot here. It has to be balanced first, and the Wheel of Fortune wants to kick in. This is clearly the Chariot, but this wheel is like trying to throw some fortune in your favor. It's not the Wheel of Fortune card. It wants to come through in that way. It wants to present and tell you, what are we getting? June, July. Why are we getting June, July? Let's get these center cards coming down here. This would be right here. If this goes right here, this would be the June point. Same deck, second deck in June. This is the Page coming through. This is the Page of Wands coming through. Very, very fiery energy. New message coming through. This is, it feels like the pipes and the channel will be clear at that particular time. Now let's see what's going on with these cards. Give me a second. I'll leave this one down here. I want to see in the center first. Yeah, this comes through very different for your Wheel of the Year this time. There's something about making friends with the monkey mind, making friends with what's going on. You've got the little monkey here, counting, counting, counting. You know when people will pray the rosary or fidget with things to calm down, to settle down, to whatever. It feels like that's the way of calming the monkey mind. That's the way of what you're doing. And you're breaking the drum. What's going on with this? You're breaking the drum. There's a huge interesting, this is breaking the drum. Whatever it is that is the old cadence, you're breaking the drum. The cadence is broken. This is when this is a pivotal month for you in June. This is something huge that's happening this year. And then this is really getting more in touch with the emotions here. The Knight of Cups coming in. Okay, let's see what's going on. Wow. In the Deviant Moon cards, there is, that's this deck. Patrick Valenza's deck. There's the Two of Swords, and it looks like somebody is wrestling themselves. It's like one set of legs and two kind of bodies. It looks like that's what's going on for you. That's what it feels like is going on for you. Yeah, you're getting tarot cards from all over the collection right now. All right. What do we got? Wow. Moving through in a very big way. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Just look at this. Usually 11 is the Justice card. Look at this, look at this, look at this. It's balancing with the Chariot, balancing, coming forward, something that's true coming forward, something as coming through as extremely strong. Also a little bit of the Territorial Queen, Queen of Wands coming through. I don't know why it's coming through, but it's coming through. A lot of cards coming at me right now. They aren't here, but it's like all of my decks are popping cards at me, popping cards at me. Queen of Wands is popping through very, very strongly. Old school, Rider-Waite-Smith version, Queen of Wands. We know what this looks like. Very, very much confidence coming through. It's coming through in January. You're in touch with your confidence and your mojo. Be strong in that. Go forward strongly in January. In February, you're listening more. I'm going to show you the pictures on this because the art is going to speak to you louder than the old traditional art. I don't usually break out these cards for this kind of a read, but this is what's coming through. The listening is coming in. This is huge, huge, huge. And the awareness about difficulty that's coming forward and arriving at certain awarenesses. Again, the center line with the shadow thing here coming through in a big way, and then these coming through. There is a difficulty to hearing something that's truthful. You're gonna hear it anyway. You're gonna move through it anyway. Now here we have a little bit of detachment going on. So this is April. What are you detaching from in April? I want some clarification here. Is this the yellows or the blues? It's blues. I'm getting there's a sorrow that needs to be detached from. It's almost coming through as if the Three of Swords wants to come through, and there's a Three of Coins coming through that needs to be there stronger. The teamwork needs to be there more importantly than what's happened in the past or what didn't play out in the past. It needs to let go. That's the drum. The old story needs broken. Right here again, breaking the drum. The old story needs broken. It's right here. New drums are coming in. New things are coming in. Nine of Coins, independence is coming in. This is coming in strong, strong, strong. And there's a detachment from the old way, the old narrative. Gone. Fear of change. Yeah, it's going to take you all these 6 months to work up to being in your mojo, in your power. And it's not a wrong thing. It's a gradual building, like when people are lifting weights to build muscle. It takes repetition, repetition, repetition. You're doing repetitions of spiritual bodybuilding. I don't know how to explain it better than that. Spiritual weightlifting happening for you. Now here we have unstoppable ambition and the ability to move forward. This is ready. This is real, real readiness. Protection coming through. That bear that destroyed the drum is now here. Ooh, huge strong. Yeah, I would be on the lookout for just anything that is bear spirit coming through. Yeah. Sometimes that signifies Virgo. Sometimes this signifies protectors. But there is bear protection quality around you. Sometimes in one deck it's yes, yes. In Star deck, it comes through, and I think it comes through, I believe it's the Ten of Wands, but it's also got like a captain's wheel and then the bear behind it in the Star Tarot. That's coming through. Yeah, ancestors coming through. They're also giving you bears, bears, bears. I don't know why. It's bears. This is coming through strong, strong allies and supports are coming through. Now, let me put these back. I don't know how I have these. Doesn't matter. Put these back. Allies and supports. We're in July here. There is a huge amount of strength. There's a huge amount of support coming through here in July. Now, July, you might see some of the Leo energy, but it's really, you got more of the Aries and the Virgo coming through that I'm feeling. And then as we're going into August and September, you might see a little bit of this Leo energy. The overall flavor of Leo in August might come in, but I'd be looking for the Aries and the Virgo people more than the Leos. You don't need the charismatic charmer. You need somebody who's got, how do you put that? Somebody that's got ambition, somebody that's got swing, somebody that's got, potency, and you have this bear energy, and you have this around you coming through very, very strong. This is moving forward, moving forward. Now you have this card of overcoming here in September. The challenge is met. You see the cats up here. You see the cats up here. The cats are trying to tell you something also. These are not the house cats, the cute and, charismatic pets. No, these are cats of the jungle. These are cats of the fight. They're in there. What is going on with this? I'm getting there's this protection energy, this strength energy that comes in like the bear. You need to have the stealth and the maneuverability, the strategy. Think like a cat. Be strong and protective and confident like the bear. You're not going to be fucked with. And be stealthy and slight like the cat. Don't feel bad for the animals. Okay, yeah. The lesson of the spots. Don't feel bad for the animals that have spots different than you. A giraffe is a giraffe, a Dalmatian's a Dalmatian, and a cheetah's a cheetah. And if you're going to be the cheetah, if you're going to be the Queen of Wands, you are a cheetah. You're not the giraffe. You're not the Dalmatian. The spots are spots. Don't feel bad. Others that don't get you, that aren't on the same page as you, they can't help it if they're a dorky Dalmatian. They're just born that way. They cannot help it. If they don't get you, move on. Move on, move on. Be sly, be strategic. And svelte. You know how to be sleek. You know how all of this, you know how to operate. And I'm getting this motion of operating lively. It's like break out all the vocabulary, Angie. Yeah. Yeah. Sleek, svelte, lithe movement coming through in September. October. This is really a lot of clarity coming through. The Ace of Bows, Voyage of the Mind coming through. Now this is October. So September, you've learned something about how you've maneuvered. And in October, the mind clarifies. Something big coming through in a clarifying way here. Oh, okay. This is making sense. Rhythm, teamwork, working together, coming through again. The broken drum that happens at the top of the year comes through. The monkey mind has been put to rest for a long time. Now teamwork, energy. This is 3 of coins coming in, right? 3 of coins, we usually see them in the chapel and there's a benefactor there. Somebody sees the skill. It's like you have learned to inhabit the Queen of Wands energy. You've learned to inhabit your own truth, your own justice. This is things clearing up. Bigger channels coming through, bigger. Yeah, it's a bigger channel opening up for you for things to come through in a big way. Then you've got the Sly Observer. This is a Page of Swords. This is something coming in. This is literally a person coming in. Page of Swords, somebody that's very, very observant. Now, this might have been a friend that comes in before here, and this doesn't feel bad. It feels like there could be miscommunication, but this one knows. Yes, okay. Yes, like the Queen of Swords. Wow, you're getting a lot of cards from all over. I'm getting Morgan Greer's version of the Queen of Swords. Look at that. Go check that out. This is the one that suffers no fools, puts up with no bullshit. This is coming towards the end of the year. The Sly Observer is acting like the Queen of Swords here. So the Page is acting more like the Queen. There is a chance for harsh communication, but there's a bigger chance for fairness and absolute rightness. Like, Queen of Swords is right like 99, 97, way over 90% of the time. She's abrupt. She gets kind of mislabeled the bitch, but that's not the case. It's just rightness, about fairness, about the way to proceed. Now here, we have the price of vision, the price of what's going on. Now look at this. Wow. This is cat on attack. You're going to have to fight for something in December. This is having to fight for something. The cat is there. The courage of the cat to fight them in. The cat could easily lose it on this, but this is important. Knowing something that is painful to know and moving on and moving towards something new, coming strongly, strongly here. Oh, there it is. Look, look, look. This is when it wants to move. It's not going to be till December that the Wheel of Fortune moves in. All year it's going to be about the balancing. But the Wheel of Fortune moves in December. This is what's coming through here. Anything else? Okay. Gogs wants to be here in this one. What do you want to tell her? Okay. He's showing me chop the wood, chop the wood, chop the wood, stack the wood, stack the wood. Be prepared, stock up, stack up, stock up, stack up, chop the wood, chop the wood, chop the wood. Building the muscles, building the muscles. You're building the muscles, and axes aren't just for chopping wood. He's telling me there's something coming here that is going to be something you're prepared for, a battle, and this is all this muscle strength that you're building up over time is coming through. You're going to need it. So do consistently what builds the spiritual muscles, what builds the sense of confidence and the sense of fairness and rightness. Trust your sense of discernment strongly. Trust it strongly, strongly, strongly. Trust Bear. There is a masculine spirit energy, like Gogs is an old grizzled old guy that is one of my spirit guides. There's a masculine guide wanting to come through with this bear spirit energy coming through here. Break the drum, break the old narrative, break the old story. The axe isn't just for chopping. There is an axe ready for fighting, and the time will be ready when things are balanced in December. Anything else she needs to know a little more close at hand? Keep chopping. Keep working, keep doing. There's a real sense of encouragement and a very much you got this kid kind of energy. You got this. Yeah, a strapping young lad isn't a strapping young lad for nothing. They work hard, build the muscles, work hard, learn the lessons, work hard, build the muscles. This is what you're doing. That feels like a lot of homework in the spiritual way. Whatever your practice is, whatever your spiritual practice is, exercise it consistently and build on it little by little. Not too much all in a day. You don't have to chop down the whole forest in one day. You need to go do what needs done for the day and then a little bit more, but you don't have to take on the whole world. Anything else? Yeah, you need to get a rhythm to it. There needs to be a rhythm gotten to it. Over here. Yeah, this is coming back to September. over here, a rhythm to it. Allow other people to help you. Okay, yeah. Like when I was a little kid, we would go up to Island Park, Idaho, kind of near Yellowstone. And we would chop down wood, and my dad had this wood burning stove in our basement, and we would have fires through the winter. And on occasion, we went up to get the Christmas tree. But when he would get the wood, we'd drive it home in the trailer, and me and my sisters, mind you, would have this assembly line where we're passing the wood along, and dumping it down the chute. This is where think about this, the many hands make light work. Your friends need to be around you. You're gathering new friends through your spiritual practice, through doing what you're doing, and your friends need to be around you, and you can rely on them to help you in this process as you're getting stronger and stronger and stronger, ready for this breakthrough energy, ready for this Wheel of Fortune change that comes for you here. That is being balanced all year long, that's being worked out and balanced. It's like for a lot of this year, you're reining in this horse and reining in this horse and reining in this horse and reining in this horse. But when September comes, things start smoothing through because you have more power over what's going on, more command of the horses, more command of the things that need to be balanced, and it happens easier and smoother for you. That's complete.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's complete. Wow, that was a lot. Yeah.
It was a good read, Ange.
Well, yeah. Very physical kind of a read going on there. Yeah. Wow, honey.
Wow.
Yeah. Keep your ass in the chariot if you can. Keep your eye on the road when you're driving. Keep it balanced because you're reining it in and reining it in. There's a lot of power in those hands right there. Big time. That's what I got. I need water. Yeah. Huh. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Mm-hmm. That's big. Yeah, some decks you don't see me pull all the time because they will shift the gears a little bit. And this is the Shaman Tarot, and it will definitely shift the gears a little bit. So one of them I wrote all over. I should have written all over both of them, but it would make it impossible to see the art. So one of them has just the straight art, and the other has the words on it. When I want words on my tools, when I want words there, I put them there. And you guys should too, if that's what you feel like doing. If a certain card brings something to mind. Some people I've even seen on the borders of different cards put dates of certain astrological things going on. So you do it. You do you guys. So anyway, all right.
Woo.
Yeah.
Sandra put, thank you so much.
Yeah. It ain't easy being you this year, but it's pretty incredible. Because it starts out with this really powerful territorial energy of Queen of Wands and Justice coming in strong at the beginning. I was like, okay, don't fuck with you this year. Got it. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So that's what I got.
And Krista put, gorgeous read, Ange.
Thank you. Holy cow.
Okay, our list is clear, Ange.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I'd like to do a collective in a minute.
In a minute?
I need to catch breath on that one. That was huge. Why don't you show them some cards for a minute, and I'll get a little bit more water and get a little bit more clear. Here's the Doodle deck and the Garbage Pail Kids deck. You can show them whichever one you want. Here, start with this one. Just show them some fun. I'm getting some water. Let me breathe for a minute.
Okay, the Garbage Pail deck.
Okay.
What time will we be off? We're going to go at least till 1 o'clock today.
He says.
So we say. We could do
If
reset.
the cords will hold, the cords will hold.
We could
We'll see.
call it an early day and coming on later. But let's just say we'll be on for at least the next half hour. Yeah, this is a cool deck.
It's super fun. I got some of the more themed ones out, the super fun ones, just because they hadn't been out in a while. And it's like, it's good to rotate. It feels like some of those decks are getting dusty. I'm like, none of them are getting dusty. I'm doing things with my tarot cards besides just this show, you know? So it's like, all right. But yeah, okay. And the Doodle deck, I don't know if we have to show them the Doodle deck, but we can. And then I'm getting into the collective with the textured. So
no, I'm not going to do a read, Kim.
Oh. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever going to do a read, guys.
This is a cool deck only because of the art, but then it also tells you this. If I was going to do a read, this would probably be the deck I'd use.
Yeah, it's a great learning deck. It's
because
super
it tells
fun.
you what it means, and then if you did a reverse, it tells you what it would mean. So,
Okay.
I would definitely have to do it on this. Come on, film, Michelle. Okay,
It's warm in here.
maybe someday.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready. We're going to do the collective. I've got the textured tarot. We're going to do the 2 paths on here. I want 3 cards, like a higher and lower path, just being sure that you're understanding which part of the lesson that you want. This one's crowding me. Let me get this off the table. It doesn't need to be here right now. There we go. Higher and lower path. Let's see what's going on. Wow. Okay. Higher and lower path is coming in almost like these are coming in with a V and these are coming in with a V. I don't know if they can see these well. Can they see these well?
Somewhat. Can definitely see them on
The call is for us to walk away from old things that don't fulfill us. The call is for us to walk away from old patterns that don't serve us. So we may be having emotional cups that are full and still standing, but they really just don't work for us anymore. 5 of Cups. There's a grieving and a sorrow and a loss about something having to walk away. And the lower path is procrastinating, and letting ego get the better of you. This is the lower path. You can get to a better point if you let go of the past, mourn it, grieve it, move forward. Go for what is more, the tangible reward, the real reward, not just the money, but what actually has time, resource. How are those valued for you? Go more towards that. It's important. Here we have this Queen of Cups energy coming through. She understands the lesson of something that's been lost. And it feels like some of us have lost time in a little bit of an illusion or a delusion here. Lost time here. And not really coalesced as a team. Lost time by procrastinating. Lost time by not sharing the gifts a little bit more. Lost time, a little bit of wallowing going on here. She gets lost in the dreams of the past and it's just drama, drama, drama. It inhibits or hampers her intuition to be lost in the wallowing of sorrow. There is a time for this, but you cannot be in that for overly long. That's just an ego trip you don't need. If you want to move forward, you need to know what the resources are that you have at your command, in your hand now, and then move forward. And there's teamwork energy around that. What else is going on around that? Needing to leave that little bit from the past. What else? Page of Cups. We're needing to look for surprise and creativity to move forward. This is the stinky fish tea. It's the unpleasantness that we use our creativity to create something really kind of genius and artistic about that. And the Page of Wands. And a new message. We need to be telling a new thing. We need to speak new truth into the world. What is old and dead and needs cut away from, needs cut away from. But it doesn't need to be like mourned forever. It doesn't mean that it's not a real loss, but we must move forward, must move on, must move on, must find reason to celebrate again, reason to bring more joy, more vividness, more vibrancy back. The one thing that we have control of, regardless of all the externals, whether it's the love life or the economy or our job or our family or whatever it is, we have control of our own mind. We have control of the music, the songs, the things that we listen to, the things that we play over and over on the tape of our own mind. This is something we need to be really, really aware of and use that as a resource. We need to be vigilant about our mental hygiene, our spiritual mental hygiene. We need to be more vigilant about it. We need to create more joy. We can't just listen to sorrowful songs over and over and over and over. And it doesn't mean you have to be Pollyanna or oblivious. But what it does mean is you have to be proactive. You cannot counter dark by adding more dark. If you are here to bring light, it doesn't make you foolish or Pollyanna, but it does mean you are challenged in a time where it feels like it's darkness or things feel like they're not going your way, to try and look for the optimistic thing, to look for something that is hopeful. To hold that light is a challenge. And it is a mandatory thing. The Ace of Cups is coming through big, big, big. If you want growth of anything, you have to hold the light, hold the spiritual light, and hold that emotion. Really, really hold it as a well. If you want growth for the Ace of Coins and the Ace of Cups, both have to be present. You have to be grounded and holding the light at the same time. That's complete. And this is the textured tarot. And I finally got a second one, and that's why I had to trim the gilding off of this to make it differentiated. But that's what's coming through. That's huge for us right now. It's huge for us to remember to allow this kind of vibrant color back. That's what I got. Yeah. So if we put this in short terms and a little bit feistier and ruder terms, we don't have time to boo-hoo and wah-wah. Pull your heads out of your asses, guys. It is time to understand your sparkly self and be okay with it. And let your sparkly self be present. You don't have to be caught up on every single drama of every single headline news story or every single drama of the family, blah, 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 blah. You don't have to fix everything. You just have to stay in what makes you happy and joyful and keep bringing that back to center for yourself all the time. Okay.
And what deck was that again?
Textured Tarot. Textured Tarot. Uh-huh. He's looking at me like I'm saying that wrong. Can you not understand me? Textured Tarot. And it looks like this on the back. So that's what that is. Why did I say it funny? I don't think I did. I don't think I said it funny, honey. Okay.
Okay, hey, so what do you want to do? We're clear. Oh, wait, I'll take that back. Oh, it just came through. I just saw it come through
What do we
right
got?
now.
Excellent.
Krista,
Hey, Krista.
past life.
You don't say. Okay. All right, Krista, a past life. Go
Like it
here.
popped up right as I was saying what you wanted to do. All right, this is going to be a big one.
Where is that? 1 second, honey. Okay. All right. So we have Sleepwalker's Tarot in duplicate, Red Fairy Tarot in duplicate. Going to past life here. And here, hang on. For Krista, past life. Okay. Let's see what's coming through. Okay, okay. Wow. Okay. The story is unfolding before the cards can even get down. There's something that is huge coming through. We've got the venom, we've got the sustainer, the castle, the prayer, and the storm. And what I'm getting is the occupation, which is really strange. I don't usually get it this fast. What's coming through is the occupation is monk forger. What's coming through? This is somebody that was in either the abbeys or like a nun or a priest that is also an artist that also helps forge. This is something coming through about the Renaissance time frame. I'm not sure what this is about, but what's coming through is the forger. Now, are you somebody that is forging art, and is that two separate people? I'm not sure yet. Monk forger. At the top here, we have polytheistic faith and celibate asexual love. This is definitely the monk aspect of it. Beseed and betrayed loved. And grandchild identity. What's coming through? This is interesting. Okay. All right. I've got a lot of it coming through. I'm getting that this is the child that it was. You are the child of a monk that comes up as a grandchild. So boom, boom, 2 generations. So your mother was the child of the monk, and here comes you as the grandchild, coming back to whatever is the religious thing that's important. And the art is there. The art is something that carried through. Sometimes the family's skills and talents and genes come through, and this is what's coming through. Wild, wild as can be. Whoa, there's the mom right there. Holy moly. The magician and the mom. And then this. Ooh, this is your... Give me a second. You can show them if you want, honey. I saw you holding for them. The lone wolf comes out. What do we got here? I've got 3 very tight generations. So when I'm getting generations this tight, it tells me that people were younger when things were happening here. going on? This one is persistently there. The monk, the mom. We've got 3 generations here. This is 1 generation. I have to have it by generation here. Give me a second. This is all the monk here. The monk is highly important. Whatever this guy is, this old dude, he's teaching the art. He's teaching the art, and he teaches the art to the mom, and he teaches the art to you. Now, who it is that is the mother of you, you're the grandchild here. What's the deal? Who it is that is the mother of you. Let's look at that. Who it is that is the mother of you. I want clarifier. Clarifier. Tell me about her mother. It feels like the grandmother is less present than the grandfather. Wow. That's the truth. That's the truth. It feels like the monk and whoever he had this affair with, the mother went off. Who knows? Who knows if this was another person of the cloth, so to speak. The celibacy thing doesn't feel like it was easy to sustain and easy to deal with for this particular monk. It feels like you got together with somebody, created your mother, and your mother then created you. Can we go to the next generation down? The lone wolf, the lone wolf. Ooh. The venom is she hated him for that. Ooh. Okay, we're still back in this generation. The monk and the woman that had, so the grandparents. The grandma really did not like the monk for this. Okay. What we're getting is this story that is, here's the monk, here's this woman, and I'm not sure if she is in the churches, in the abbeys, whatever you call it. I don't know. These two come together for whatever purpose. She loathes him, does not like him, and goes off. I think feels ruined by him. I don't know that there was any violence or anything other than giving into lust. It doesn't feel like the R word happened. It feels like giving into lust happened. It feels like this one comes forward next, and this one is actually your mother. He looks after the child product of this woman. The giving into lust. They both feel bad about the vows that were broken. The monk and I'm going to call her the nun, although I don't know that she was. Feels like that was where she was hoping her path would be. Feels like that things got ruined for her path for what was going on. Yeah, she fades. But your mother is here in this one. And what is going on for you? Let's see you. This is, of course, there's a storm. There's protection for you that comes in quite a bit stronger. Wow. What we're getting is somehow, because of the way that things went down with the grandparents to get you here, it created more protection around you. Here's you. Able to learn, able to do things that you aren't normally able to do in that time. And it does feel more like a Renaissance type of time, medieval type of time. I was drawn to get these cards, to get these cards, to get these cards. Feels like your mother is fierce, independent, has a stubborn streak 1 billion miles long. And it feels like the grandmother over here. Grandmother over here, mother here. Stubborn streak 1 billion miles long for her. And here comes you. Ready to learn, ready to learn. Now, where does the forgery come in? Because we're getting art forgery again. Sketches, sketches, paper and sketches, 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 charcoal sketches. No matter what you can do, you can't keep the charcoal out of this child's hand. You can't keep the charcoal out of your hand. Whatever it is you're getting your hands on, it's like, you know, when there's some kids and they color on everything, the walls, the sidewalk, the everything. They've just got that wired in them. That's what's going on for you in this particular one. You read the books, you color, you study. You'll even tear things up to get paper if you like a certain quality of paper for the charcoal to go across. It's a really weird thing. The texture, the quality of the page, it's like There's a certain dustiness on the page. What is this? There's a certain dustiness on the page. Let's go to the child now. We've got grandma over here, mama here. The stubbornness coming through here. There is a certain level of protection going on. You were known as an open secret among the monks and the nuns of the era. You are the open secret. This monk that is your grandfather must have had enough power acquired that people wouldn't fuck with him. He must have had enough coinage and power and enough ins with the influencers and the people of power, because people knew who you were. They knew who you were because you had his same gift. You would have the same gift of art and of working in a creative way. And your mother was stubborn and fierce. She wasn't going to hide anything. She had already lost her own mother because of this situation. So if her mother wanted to hide, and your mother, so the grandmother wanted to hide, and your mother was stubborn, and like, no, I'm not hiding this child. And everybody knew who you were. And it was like open secret and also sanctioned. For some reason, you got the hall pass. You got the free pass. People wouldn't want to mess with you. What I'm getting here is the sort of truth that comes through here also comes through here. It's the truth, and people would know. If people messed with you as a child or were to intervene or create problems, they would be here. Graveyard City. It's like, what do you want to juggle, you fools? Be careful. Be careful. People were also a little cautious, a little leery of you. You're creative. You see things. You draw things. You draw truth. You know, yes. Modern analogy. We would see some people and they would do, honey, what is it called when they do those crazy caricatures, cartoons, like
caricatures?
Yeah, caricatures. You know, when you see people do the sketches and they're at the beach and say, like, my gap in my teeth right here, they might over accent that, or they might over accent the goggles or whatever, you know, the glasses. She would draw the truth. She wouldn't draw characters, but she could draw the truth, just like a caricature artist now can draw something that's really pretty obvious and blow it out of proportion, but it's obviously there. She can draw truth, so you can draw truth. You would draw the truth of things. And this is like, people would not mess with you. You had too much backing, too much support. And you were smart. You knew too much. Yeah. Very much considered the gift. You brought temperance. Yeah. There were battles and people sent to the great beyond that were juggled and out of your way and moved out of your way. Whoever this was, whoever this monk type person was, had enough power. And your mother also had enough power to move people out of the way, to move them, to juggle where they would be, to move them out of their way, to see them on to exit stage left. You would not be trifled with. Now, the mom's coming in right now strongly. Yeah, she has learned how to navigate the world of men, how to navigate the world of politics, power, corruption, greed. She knows how to navigate that world really well. She knows how to wield the power, not just a dagger. Yeah, wow. Your mom, strong motherfucker, fierce. Your mom would fight. Your mom would make sure that anybody that trifled you would be sent on their way. Like, sent on their way, away with you. Really, really. Nobody's going to mess with her kid at all. She's been through enough. What else has the Sleepwalkers got for you? Anything else? This is close connection with people of power. Like, this is not just aristocracy, but nobles and highbred, highborn. And the art, because the art was important at this time. The art was important, and you could draw a truth in a flattering way. Interesting. Now we have the Emperor coming in, and it's feeling like very Emperor, very displeased by somebody making fun of him and juggling, and again being juggled and sent out of the way. Again, this is coming through as if somebody were to draw a portrait of a king or somebody that's a duke or somebody high up. Draw this portrait, they didn't like it, and that person got sent away, and that made the break for you. That made the break for you. You come through here. Let's see what else is going on. Why is the forging so important? Copying the manuscript over and over and over is important. Copying the manuscript over and over and over. This strikes me as it's before the times of the printing press for sure. Before, I don't know my history well enough to tell you, but this is what's going on. Absolutely powerful, strong. Your mom, very, very strong. Your grandma, not involved. Your mom's stubbornness, very, very, very strong. And it leaves you in a space where you are undefeated. Not always understood, but undefeated. And the truth that you speak in the work that you do, you can draw a picture that's flattering and still tell the truth. You could do a character and do it unflattering, but you won't. You tell the truth. You see something deeper. You go deeper. So you would capture a look of emotion. You'd capture the eyes. Well, you would capture what's hidden behind the eyes. There are some great masters that did works. I'm getting the girl with the pearl earring coming through. You're getting some of the great masterworks and how they could catch expression really, really well. You had this gift going on. Whatever this is, I don't know. It brought you victory, it brought you peace. Finally, there was peace. There's like these generations that came forward were like sons of bitches, difficult, but peace is finally brought. There's something that you bring this forward, and something about your work creates ease. And something about the truth in people. Somebody would ask for a sketch. If somebody said, hey, can you tell me about so-and-so? And they wanted information on somebody that was like a foreigner or an adversary coming from a different land. And if you were to sketch that person, you would see the truth of that person. It'd be in the eyes and what you drew. Right away, boom. And it was pretty much all they needed to know. All they needed to see would be right there. This is coming through as you. This is coming through as you. This is coming through as you, but this is you later in life. Even though it shows this happy, happy kids, it's that energy that comes later in life. Your childhood is actually quite a bit easier than your mother's was. And the grandmother, the monk looks after you like a very grandfatherly, keep you safe kind of energy. Anything else? You get like a lot of free range. And I don't know why you do, but you do. You have an ability to blend quite well. You have an ability to blend. You are balanced in certain aspects. You're balanced in the aspects of yin yang. Very, very balanced aspects there. It's part of the reason that you can navigate pretty well. Your mom couldn't navigate that well. She had too much feminine energy, feminine aspect, and too much about her looked that way. You could blend easier. Anything else? Why did you do it? Why did you love that? It's how you used your voice in that life. Was through the art, was how you use your voice, how you told the truth, how you told what was going on. Because you were not seen as legitimate. You had no right to access these people. You had no right to be this close to that kind of higher class people, high-born people. However, you were. The situation that was unbearable and undeniable wasn't even bothered to be denied, and you were in and among, worked in and among, surrounded in and among, grew up in and among. Always in and among and around. There was no reason for anything to be stopping you.
Wow, I just got chills, was just talking about my voice this AM.
Yeah. Your voice in this life might come through as vocals. In this life, in this past life, came through as art. Whatever it is that you're connecting with art, when you see expressions of eyes that see the truth, or you can see even a picture of somebody and know a whole lot, your empath skills and your voice skills, you will know. Like, if you see a picture of someone and in their eyes you see something, you'll know the feeling. You'll know if there was childhood pain. You'll know if there was abuse in their childhood. You'll know if there was heartache in their childhood. You'll know if that guy is, or that person is very villainous or not villainous. You'll see it like snapshot in their eyes. You will see it. You'll be able to read people better, and you'll be able to speak truth. And it's why part of the reason that you were in this life, you were so guarded and so protected, because it was just straight up truth. So when you speak the truth, if people are, not even if they're willing or ready to receive, because sometimes you're going to put a truth bomb down and people aren't going to want to hear it, but it's going to go through anyway. It will pierce the heart.
She said, absolutely, I'm able to do that.
Yeah, that's what's coming through. So that's where it is. Whatever it was that was in this life that was gathered by noticing nuances, noticing expression, noticing what was the features of a person, or what it was about their bearing and their carriage. And what I mean by that is not the carriage they rolled up in, but the way they comported themselves, the way they conducted themselves. Whatever this was, you cut it all. And you'll still catch it all, but you'll speak about it, speak a truth, and you will also provide a spot for someone to put their truth. If someone has been through trauma of a big way, odds are they're coming to tell you about their trauma. You will be expected to do more than just draw it in this life. You'll be expected to speak to it, to use your ears and your voice both well in order to heal. This is something coming through here. You're not given the gift of voice or the gift of hearing for no reason. When people present whatever their trauma is to you, you aren't meant to fix their problem, but you are meant to allow their truth to spill out on certain occasions. You are meant to be the port in the storm, because it helps them speak their truth forward. Sometimes being able to speak the awful is enough to help heal the awful. Okay, that's complete. I'm not going deeper in that. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's complete.
The deportment,
Wow.
etc.
Yeah. When you get spiritual nudges of lingering in a place, lingering in a space so you can listen, honor that, follow that.
I
Follow
know
it.
exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. I don't want to trigger anyone or have this come back later and be triggering for anyone, but when you need to listen, you need to listen. And when you get the nudge to let people listen, they don't always open up easily and well, but they do open up. So honor that nudge. It's important. All right.
Good deal. Wow.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was big. Huge in the past life. Huge. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Good deal. All right, we have Gloria up next. If you'd like to get on Angie's list, the Blind Oracle, which is what Gloria's going to get.
Okay.
The $30 year ahead, the one question reads, many in full, and especially that was a past life read. That is absolutely Angie's favorite
It
way
is.
to
I
do.
never know what's coming through, and it's crazy what does.
And those are the apps we use.
Okay, so we're doing a blind for Gloria next.
Yes, ma'am.
One second. So the oracles are over here, so give me a second. I've got to... There's something that is playful energy coming through here. I'm not sure what that's about. Trying to get to the...
What are you doing, Ange?
I'm choosing oracle cards, dude.
Okay, people are complaining.
They're going to have to suck it up. It's just all there is to it. Okay, all right. I got it. Oh my god. Okay. Whoa, hang on. That one was a stubborn one to find. Okay.
Jeez.
Sorry guys, when you have like 100 of them and you're looking for specifics, sometimes it's tricky to get to it. Is there anything else in here? No, I think I just got the wrong box to start with.
Oh, Ange.
Okay, this is all right. This is all right. We got what we got. This is what I was digging for. Gloria, what's going on? There's something about Mr. Nielsen coming in. This is Mr. Nielsen as in Pippi Longstocking's horse. That specific. I don't know why, and I don't get in the way of the message. What I'm getting is an image of Pippi riding her horse, and I think it's called Mr. Nielsen. There's something about the relationship of the young girl that's the whimsical girl and her horse. Okay.
She put LOL.
Not everything is heavy. Sometimes spirit brings it through on the light. Backbone and balance, earth manifestation coming through, and wisdom. Why is the wisdom of the silly child coming through? Nell's splashing and saying, why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? Time to play, why wouldn't it? There is something about the way that Pippi Longstocking defies what the expectation is that society puts on her and brings so much ingenious play into the world that you need to do more of, that you naturally are drawn to, and you need to do more of, you need to remember again. Whatever is the tradition, you are bringing forth something completely different. You're turning the traditional wisdom on its head, is what I'm getting. Like, who brings a horse into the house? Pippi fucking Longstocking, that's who. Okay. It brings hope. There's something about the way that you play, and you bring the silliness in. Okay, yes. I'm getting Gracie Allen, George Burns and Gracie Allen, the way they interpret things and do things differently. The puns that are created by her. She was comedic genius. This is from years and years ago. Look up Gracie Allen. There's something about this. She was the genius. She was the genius. It helps balance things. You're meant to use your humor to balance things, to bring it in forward. There's hope, love, and art coming through here. The chariot balance here, the middle pillar here, the backbone and the strength of the one who has the humor that finds the funny is not always easy. Easier to be pushed down than to make a joke, crack a joke. And some people think it's quite the opposite. But no, to literally and truly keep your sense of humor about you, to be delighted with the world when it's serving up shit sandwiches left, right, and sideways is a gift. It is part of the gift that you have that unearths and bubbles up, brings forward, and L's kick your feet. Huge splashes coming forward. And this was the deck that was really particular coming through. So what do we got here? Okay, I need to see these upright my direction for a moment. I can read upside down pretty good, but when it's scripted, it's a little trickier for me. We've got Mermaid of the Lotus Blossom and My Tentacled Friend. There is something to do with this one, the Mermaid of the Lotus Blossom and My Tentacled Friend, and the octopus coming through, the octopi, whatever is coming through. The genius way that you navigate through situations is as clever as the octopus, they're brilliant creatures. You think differently, you adjust quickly, quicker than a chameleon, more genius than a chameleon. You can create a situation, an energy that fits. You can transmute. This is something you should honor. This is Mermaid with a baby alligator, and it's not just a smart mouth, it's sharp teeth. So sometimes you've gotten yourself in trouble with speaking your mind or being a smart mouth, smart ass, but your sharp teeth and your humor, when you bring things forward, you're bringing it through in a different kind of way. You know when you don't need to be a smart ass. You know when sarcasm doesn't suit, but you also can find the funny and create more joy by creating more funny. Again, referencing Gracie Allen. What's going on with that? Oh, okay. All right. Sometimes Gracie would purposely misunderstand a situation to bring levity to a situation. And there's a purposeful way of turning something on its head that creates more gentleness. When you do this, it is really a brilliant kind of thing. It is a brilliant thing to honor about yourself. When you can see the funny in a situation, when you look for something like, oh, I'm so glad that was invented. Or when, who was it that said, when you have the peanut butter and jam in the same jar and somebody said, oh, who was the lazy bastard that invented that? That's great. Why did it take so long? That kind of humor, that kind of lightness of the heart that needs to be unearthed again is going to be brought forward with more emotional content and more fun. It's something that is very, very healing salve. Autumn Mermaid. Look for humor, particularly July, August, September. I'm getting the fall leaves coming in, but I'm getting July, August, September on here straight up. What's going on there? I don't know. Learn how to tune into your humor. You're going to learn more about, you're going to have a little bit of your teeth here. Learn how to use your humor wisely. You will have a few moments where it's show me your teeth moments where the sharp tooth energy is still there. Let that go if you can. Let Gracie's humor come in instead. It's more genius. Instead of fight, fight, and sharp tooth, sharp tooth, sharp tooth, there's a little bit of gentleness that comes forward. Reaching for sunset, putting something to an end, to rest, settling something. Getting something to settle down by using humor, huge. And the Nautilus Angel listens to something, hears the roar, and subdues it. What's going on with that? Why does she want to come in and tell us about that? There's honey in there. There's gold in there. There's all kinds of sweetness in there. There's a sense of groundedness in there coming through. There's a real sense of groundedness necessary. It brings the balance. The CBCs, this is a whole different pillar coming through. The microcosm and the chariot, again with that balance coming through. Chariot here, chariot here. Look at this. You can take whatever this is. It's like you're the one that drives the chariot. Will you show her these? And you're trying to get the middle pillar. You are trying to bring the balance. The middle way needs honored. You've got some that are real beasties around you is what I'm getting. The beasties and the sea monsters, but you've got the formula that brings temperance. Oh, gosh. So this year, a lot, like there was a tower a lot seen in last year, and you guys know my feelings on that one. This year, coming forward right now, we are starting towards the time of temperance, the balancing of those waters, the balancing of the potion, and this is what's coming up. Temperance card. Temperance angel is around you, and the way that you do humor is part of the things that add temperance to the energy on the planet. We underestimate our spiritual gifts. We think, oh, that's just me being funny. Oh, that's just me being a smartass. Ha, ha, ha. We underestimate our gifts. Like if our gift is listening, it's huge. If our gift is humor, it's equally huge. Humor is something that can catalyze pain and let go of tears, let go of anger, let go of heartache. And it's a necessary ingredient to catalyze change and to bring about temperance. Anything else? You do it just with ease. And again, part of the reason I think I was drawn to this, because this is the wide-eyed girls. And if you need to study Gracie Allen. I don't know why she comes through so strongly. This is the third time coming through. This is the third time that this is what's coming through. It's old school, but it's old school black and white, and then it went color, but it's genius. This is something you study your humor, you study your genius, you study the way you express yourself, and study how humor comes through. It's wide-eyed wanderers coming through again. Yeah. That's what I've got. What else is coming through? Anything else? It's like the healing elixir. Okay. All right. I'm getting a little bit of Mary Poppins, and the spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. There's a lot of bad medicine that we have to take, that we have to be able to deal with. But the sugar helps the medicine go down, and the humor is very much that. It helps become the elixir. It's why the wide-eyedness, it's why the water energy is coming through so strongly. It's why the emotion needs to be catalyzed. It can't just be stuck in the bitter, angry resentment. There needs to be the ability to laugh at yourself. Like, you know, when you see somebody on, like you see AFV or something, you see somebody walk into a door, and it's like you kind of have your book and you're laughing your socks off at somebody that's just walked in the door because you've done that before. You've done that very thing. It's letting humor unite us again. And not because you're poking fun at somebody, but you're laughing at the ridiculousness of the situation and pointing out some of this in a way that is gentle enough that everybody can understand. That's what I've got. You need to let your spirit still have this kind of humor. Back to Pippi and the horse. Who would let a horse live in their house other than Pippi Longstocking? But if Pippi Longstocking didn't have her horse in her house, where else was she going to keep it? It made perfect sense for Pippi to have her horse right there with her. Of course it did. Yeah, of course your humor would help bring balance. How would it not? That's what I've got. Yeah, it's not just always love and light and, break out the halos. No, sometimes you have to have a sense of humor about life if you're going to get through it. And it is a little bit of the magic that not everybody can do. That's what I've got. That's what I've got. And this is what is going to bring balance to situations around you, balance to energies around you. Bring some people to a point where they can let go of anger, let go of bitterness, and where forgiveness can enter in a little easier. And I don't think it's you that has to do the forgiving. And I don't think it's you that's done wrong. It just makes room for people around you to be more accepting of each other. All right, that's complete.
Kim put, I would.
Well, some people would. Some people would. Horse
So
in the
would
living
Krista.
room, why not? So yeah, that's what comes through. You guys, whatever comes through, if the spiritual love gives it to you, follow the nudge. Always, always follow the nudge. It may not make sense. It's going to make sense when it makes sense. It may not make sense right now to most of you, but it might make sense to the one person that needs to hear it. And for you this time, you need to hear about this. I don't know what that's about. Wow. Yeah, I don't usually get those well, I get weird references. I do. But that was a little bit way weird. But okay, whatever.
You went from Spoonful of Sugar to Gracie Allen to
Gracie Allen and Pippi Longstocking.
and
Genius.
Pippi Longstocking, yes.
And Gracie Allen really, really trying to presence. It's not black and white. It can't be the words that we speak and the things that we hear. She was great at puns about using a word in a different way, looking at things from a different way, help balancing things in a different way. And it's part of the ingredients of temperance that needs to be pulled through. That archetype angel of temperance needs to come through, and humor has to be here, guys. That's what I got.
Gloria put, understand. Thank you, Angie. You're as
You're
cute
welcome.
as your t-shirt. Hugs,
thank
beautiful
you.
read.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Gloria put, that was my read. Totally understand.
Good. Yay.
Christopher, Gracie Allen and George Burns were great together. Yeah,
Hilarious.
We were on a tear there. We watched a lot of Burns
we
and
watched
Allen.
pretty much everything they made.
Yeah, and Angie would just bust up whenever Gracie Allen would throw one of her things out. She would just really bust up.
Well, she's genius, and she draws things together that people wouldn't normally, when they're thinking in the box, think like that way. But she draws it together with such ease and just serves you up on a platter. It's just great.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
she was fantastic.
Yeah. So okay.
We're clear.
Okay.
You want to try a Tonight Show?
Maybe tonight. Let's take a break and get some lunch or something, baby.
Sounds good.
I don't have him home all the time, so if he's willing to do that and up for that, then maybe we'll come on later tonight, see what's going on. Until then, maybe we kick back, listen to some Burns and Allen for a while.
Gloria said, back to work. Bye, everyone.
Bye
See you
bye,
later,
honey.
Gloria.
Thank you.
All right, yes, do it.
Yeah.
As Chris said, much love from Steph. Steph's
Oh,
here.
thanks.
All right, yeah, we'll be back later on tonight. I don't know, like 9 o'clock our time, somewhere in that area. Let's say 8 or 9.
8 or 9. I think 8 might be a little bit
8
better. We'll see how
okay,
it goes.
8 o'clock, Ange. 8 o'clock.
Okay, it's like he looks at me like I'm suddenly the boss when he's the one making these announcements.
You are.
Let's get some lunch, babe. He's like, as if you guys can see it. I wish you could see him sometimes, you know? Like, he is like going, like, hello, weren't you the one that just made this announcement and these decisions? So, yeah, it's a team, guys. It's a team. All right, see you later.
Hold
Mwah.
on, hold on.
What?
Hi, everyone.
Yep, there he is.
There I am.
Okay,
Okay, we're out of here. We'll see you guys later.
bye, guys. Right, you need to turn off the iPad, too, if you're recording.